Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest update on WeSa Abundance beta launch. Okay, now usually I come here and I say this is done, that's done, and today, unfortunately, there are still some deposit requests to do. Not an awful lot of them. I think there's about half a dozen. And there may be some withdrawal requests which we haven't looked at. There's a couple there, and so that's a little bit different today, but they will be fixed once I leave this live update. On the development front, they've been fixing bugs again today, and so the altcoins is still not added to the cart. One of those things with development, things take time and sometimes other things crop up that need to be addressed. They've mainly been on the messaging side, and I know that the messaging needs completely rewriting, but they've been patching things up there until we can get round to rewriting things. So that's where we are with the development. Unfortunately, it's just lagging a little bit behind, but we are making progress. As they clear things up, it improves the site, it improves the code, it improves everything. And of course, Christian's working in the background on his rebuild from the ground up of the site. And eventually the two things will come together and we'll have a really efficient, so I was going to say a perfect site. We know we're never going to achieve perfection, we're always going to just keep striving for it, but we will have a really, really efficient and robust site. So that's where we are. We have paid out quite a lot of things, and I did quite a few verifications this morning, so things are still progressing in the right direction. We did buy some more tokens this morning, and we can probably buy a few more tomorrow morning. It's still moving along. Things are happening. We are still getting PayPal thing. We're getting a lot of people who are buying tokens one way or another, and so growth is still occurring. I'm just going to log into Waves because I've not been there for a while. When I say a while, it's we're looking at hours, and we're not talking about days or anything, you know. Bitcoin is up slightly, 9,300 almost. It's showing our value at $12.96 in the portfolio. Not sure what it's showing at on the dashboard. But trading, let's just have a look at trading. Trading, there are some there's a couple of people that have put tokens in at lower prices, so if they're still there when I finish this live call, I'll check and see if those are members, and if they are, of course, they will be advised of what they're doing wrong and possibly sanctioned. But generally speaking, it's going pretty well. But those lower prices shouldn't be occurring. I think we set the price at 00145, and people shouldn't be putting tokens out for sale at less than that. Having said that, it's possible that these people aren't members, because when I've checked one or two others in the past, they're not members. They're people that have got tokens and they're cashing them in, and we can't police people that aren't part of our community. So we don't have extradition rights. Okay, so but we'll check on it and just make sure. So try and keep everybody on the toes. Try and make sure everybody reads the withdrawal rules and keeps up to date with what we're recommending to sell at, and keep everything above board. Right. Summer lasted for a few hours yesterday. We're back to, I wouldn't say it's winter, it's not cold, but it's grey and gloomy and threatening to rain, so we'll see what happens with that. But it keeps things green, doesn't it? Keeps things green. Let me find our group and have a look at how many members we've got in there. I had to go to Barnstaple today. It's not far. It's probably about 30 miles, 60-mile round trip. So it took up a bit of the day, and that's one of the reasons why we're just slightly behind on where we would be normally. Okay, let me find the group. Here we go. Yeah, Barnstaple, my word, 14 people want to join the group. Barnstaple is normally quite a thriving town, and it was funny last time I was there to see it like a ghost town, really. Everything was all locked up. There were hardly anything open, and I expected it to be thriving again today, and frankly it wasn't. Still an awful lot of stores and businesses locked up. I think there are one or two that have closed down. There's empty shops, and it doesn't look to me like they're going to recover in a good way. And even the shops that were open, you know, they weren't doing massive amount of business, and some of them you had to ring the bell before they'd let you in and this sort of thing. Not that I wanted to go in, but I just had to walk around the sort of main area just to see, and it's not good. But where are we? We've got 2,733 members, and we have 41 new members, so we'll welcome them, and then I'll get to the comments. But Bude, which is our nearest town, it's only 9 miles away to get to Bude. I'm saying we'll welcome them if Facebook will allow me to. Doesn't look like it's going to, so we'll skip that for now. Bude is a lot more lively. Nearly all the shops in Bude are opened up. They've still got these funny things where, you know, you can only have one person in a shop at a time, and this sort of thing. But it seems to have coped with everything a lot better than Barnstaple has. Anyway, I am here. I'm in the right place. And I did a lot of withdrawal requests and things before I went out to Barnstaple, so there's been a lot paid out today, and it's just that there's a few that have come in while I've been away, and we'll get them packed away pretty quickly. So hello to everybody, Trevor and Diane and Dave and Kathy and Philip and Werner, AK, Jane, Thomas, Kevin, Ramachandra, Kingsley, Isaac, Raymond, Chris Snow. Sunny calm day in Canada, in SK, Saskatchewan, presumably. I wish I could say the same. No, I don't really. I love all the weather. Just that I love sunny and warm better. Jane says, we finally got some sunshine here in Bonnie, Scotland. Oh, you've stolen our sunshine, Jane. Hi everyone, cloudy and rainy in Alberta. Okay, you're on a par with us. Philippines, Roger and Hank from Alabama. Okay, no questions there at this stage. I'm going to have a quick look at the group because, like I say, I've not been in it anywhere. I've not been doing things. I've not been here. I know most of the support tickets, other than verifications, have been answered. I know they always are. I've not really checked there either, so I'm saying that in confidence and faith and belief rather than from proof. But sometimes you just have to believe things, don't you? You can't always prove things. People talk about science as being proof. The thing science proves is it proves things wrong. It can never prove things right. Things happen that cause science to say, okay, this was right, but anyway. What was I doing? Yeah, I'm trying to get into the group. And it won't let me in there either. Come on, Facebook, what's going on? I can't welcome people, I can't get in the group. I've got this big picture of me hogging the screen. Let's see if I can do it by going home and then going back to the group. Success, okay, so what have we got? Connie says paid within 12 hours, 10 WeSa. Yeah, we pay out pretty quickly, and it's I don't know whether she means that was received into a WeSa wallet, or whether or whether she managed to sell them. But all of it's pretty quick at the moment. It's not too shabby. We've got somebody there asking for welcomes, and we don't do that anymore because it clogs the group up, so we will remove it. It's not a punishable offence or anything, it's just that it clogs the group, so we agreed not to do it. Stephen says he's had a few people that have lost interest because they've had difficulty getting started, either through verification emails or setting up the wallet or this sort of thing. If they put in a ticket, their verification problems will be sorted out. If they're having trouble setting up their wallet, it's because they don't follow instructions. And you will always get that. And if they think things are valuable enough, they will stick with it and get things done. There's a little phrase that I not saying I often use, but it always springs to mind, and that is that winners find a way and losers find excuses, and there's not a lot you can do with it. There's only so much help you can give and offer. Somebody here, Amanda Vincent, says she got an email from somebody who's signed up and is asking for help, asking for you to refer somebody for them. Don't do it, is my best advice. Help them, point them in the right direction. Don't do it for them. I just joined, thanks for accepting me. Okay. Somebody here, Alan Saunders, this is a repost of an earlier post that got buried. There are only a handful of very interested members who watched the live daily presentation. On the replay afterwards, I was thinking that some great info that Brian could give us every day would be a list of 3 things. Next on the list of items developers are working on. The list could be updated when an item is ticked off on a daily. Me, everybody. It changes so much, Alan. And if they can't be bothered checking the live broadcasts and things, I don't know whether it's worth making any efforts, special efforts for them either. The information is all here. It's the best opportunity there is, and I say that unreservedly, even though I don't really regard it as an opportunity. In the same sense of the word, we're not on a par with anything, we're not competing with anything, we're totally different than everything. And if people don't accept that and don't want to be a part of it, there's not much you can do. And if people get discouraged, there's not much you can do. And if they're not prepared to find out what's going on and read the site and do the updates, there's not much you can do. And there will always be a majority that are in that sort of group. We've got 30 people or so watching this live broadcast, and we'll have probably another 30 or so who will watch the replay. I don't know what the numbers are and how you can even find them. I'm sure there is probably a way. I'm not that interested in looking, in all honesty. I'm here to help people. I'm here to support and be of service to people. And if they don't need support, then that's fine. But that's what I'm here for, and that's what this community on Facebook is here for. The website really has all the information that anybody ever needs to get started, to become a part of this community, and to generate some income that they presumably need, otherwise they wouldn't have been here in the first place. Maybe in time we'll get people joining us purely because of what we are as a community and not for the financial aspects. But 99.9% of the people that join, and perhaps even more, will always come here because they want or need more income. And that's just a fact of life. Most people go to work not because they enjoy going to work. They go to work because they want the cash that is provided for them. There are some people that just love what they do and would do it even if they weren't paid. they're a minority, and we will have some of those people that join our community, but most of the people here are here for the primary reason of generating additional income, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we hope that everybody that becomes a member of our community gains far more from our community than just money, which really is of little value if we don't have the things that go along with money. You can have $100 billion like Bill Gates and not be happy. I'm sure he's not happy. He's still searching for things. He may be contented with his status as a wealth guru, or whatever you want to call him. But to me, even though he smiles and grins about things, it's not a smile of happiness and contentment, and he just is on the wrong track. And hopefully the people that come here will get more from being a member of this community than just the income that they will generate, as everybody does. Nobody that takes part in our community doesn't make money. Everybody that takes part in our community makes money, not only makes money, but it's a profit, because even when you see sites and these opportunities, and that's why I don't really like to class us as an opportunity, they quote figures about people making money and making sales and this sort of thing, and how many people have done this and that. But a lot of the people that have made money haven't made a profit. And the actual percentage that making a profit is very, very low, no matter how the figures are presented to you. I know this from over 20 years experience online in the home business opportunity world, and another 20 years offline before we ever got online, and that's a fact. Very few people actually get into profit in these opportunities, and of the people that get into profit, most of them do not make enough to even make their life easier. Here, everybody will get into profit, and if they just keep following the system, everybody will generate all they need, and in time, all they want. And that's it in a nutshell, and that's the big difference between an opportunity and what we have. We are totally different. But the financial side, which is wonderful, is the smallest part of what we offer people. And the longer people are with us, the more they'll realise and understand that as a fact. Okay, let's get back to your comments, because there was nothing much that merited more than I've given in the group. So I'm not going to go through all the names again, but if I spot anything. Jane says, I've got 19 referrals so far and only one has staked a pool. Pool 6. I've tried contacting them and now I feel it's up to them. Yeah, there's only so much you can do, Jane. It's good to keep in touch with them, but just give them a prod every month or something like that. There's no reason for people not to stake a pool after 1 month. If they simply log in and read the messages, they'll have enough to stake a pool. Joel's got 35 referrals, 3 second tier and only 3 stake pool 1. Yep, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. The only way you can improve those figures is by taking a very targeted approach of the people that you introduce rather than introducing anybody. And I'm not saying that this is the best way to go or the worst way to go, but it will improve your figures. You may introduce less people, but the people that you introduce will stake pools if you target people that are looking for what we have. Joel says this is unique and a blessing, and I will make a video with the process I made my first withdrawal, and with this I already earned my invested money, while in other programs I lost a lot of money. Yeah. We have something that is working, and we have probably thousands of people that will be removed from our database once we get round to doing it, because they don't understand what they're involved in. We've had an odd 1 or 2 people who have asked to be removed because they don't understand what they're involved in, and it will always happen. Even when we have millions of members, there will be people that get involved and don't do anything, or people that get involved and look at it and say this isn't worthwhile and has to be removed. It will always happen. But we will gradually grow in the people that are making a difference in their lives, and that is what's important. We can only help the people that are prepared to be helped. You can take a horse to water, you know, the old thing, but you can't make it drink. Diane says she's set up a WhatsApp group for all the downline where I keep them motivated and they can ask questions. Yep, having your own groups, your own way of communicating with people is a good way to go. Roger says, this was earlier. I think you missed it, Graham. I received $9.50 commission for a second level purchase of a plan. I would think that is an elite purchase, but shouldn't that be $10 commission, or am I missing something? You're missing 50 cents. So it could be somebody that is upgrading from pool 2 to pool 6. So your commissions are for pool 3, 4, 5 and 6, and that would then be correct. Jane says, nice one. Diane, yeah, share what you're doing. The more help you can be to people, that's great. More help and service you can offer, but don't get disappointed when people don't accept your help. It's just the way of the world. Yes, we have our own groups for help and chat. It works great. That's Julia. I know quite a number of people have commented on how great Julia is in helping people. It can be very rewarding, but it can also be very trying and testing. You've got to have broad shoulders to carry people along. So limit the amount of people that you pile onto your shoulders. I'm not saying you stop your groups or anything like that, but don't get too involved in worrying about the ones that won't be helped, is really what I'm saying. You can only help the the ones that want to be helped. When I used to do network marketing, and I've not done that for many years, and I had my own network marketing companies as well, but I always used to tell people, work with the workers, because the others will destroy you. They'll try and feed off you, and they'll take your energy, they'll sap your energy, and in the end you'll find there's nothing much you can do for them because they're just not prepared to do anything. And it's a bit like that person that said, can you as a show of faith sponsor somebody for me and stick them in my downline? I would say no, I can show you what I'm doing, but it's up to you. There's no need to show faith. If somebody has upgraded to pool 6, they're going to get profit anyway. It's not like you've told somebody to buy $500 worth of vitamin pills, or elixir of life, or some fancy seminar on how to make money. You've not done anything like that, all you've done is said to people, look, if you invest your money here, you're going to make more than you would anywhere else. And they will. And that's a fact. And so you don't owe people anything. It's good to be of service, it's good to help them, but don't let them sap your energy. Don't allow them to get you into a state of depression because they won't do anything, because there will always be those people involved. There is no penalty, no Roger, for not sending a broadcast, and it's a good job because the messaging system is a bit of a mess anyway. It will be improved, but it hasn't been improved so far. Clyde says, some leaders I help with pull 1 and 2, they see that it works and go to pull 6. Yeah, but select the people that you do. One of the reasons I don't like, people always ask, will there be a way to pay it forward? We will never build that in automatically. If you want to do it, you can do it. It's something I've tried many times in the past. I've seen others try. I have only ever in 40 years seen one person that was worth the effort of paying it forward for. Okay, and that is not just my personal people that I've paid it forward for, because this guy, it wasn't somebody that I actually paid for. It was somebody that I knew that had his startup paid for. But it's people that I've seen doing it. It's people that I've seen having it done for them, and it's generally speaking a waste of time and energy, and they may not do anything with it. But if you're selective, and it is, like Clyde said there, a leader, and you can sort them out as leaders and show them and prove to them that it works by doing what he's doing, then yeah, that's a different kettle of fish. But don't just do it randomly. Just don't say to people, oh, come on, join, I'll pay you pool 1. Because, well, it's up to you. It's not something I would do, let's put it that way. Joel says, of course not, we can't change people's mind. For me to talk in the chat, that's what I like, having sincere chat and sharing knowledge. Is there any penalty? No, I answered that one. And so did Philip. I help everybody through Skype or Zoom. It's working perfect. My life is we share abundance the whole day. Yeah, do what you can, be of service and help people. And it will come back to you. It will come back to you. I think yesterday I told you, I'd say I told you, I mean, I'm quoting things from other people or things that I've learned, and that is that it's impossible to be of service to others without being of a greater service to yourself, and that is a fact. And that really is what this business is based on, and that is how we generate the income. It's through service, it's through the value of our community, the value of our members, which gives us that GNP, if you look at it like a country, an economy in a country, the gross national product, and that is shared amongst the members in proportion to the services that they've provided. And everybody is treated equally in that respect. They're not, the share out isn't equal. Some people get more than others, but everybody gets something, and the people that have been more involved in being of service and of help will automatically receive more back. Okay. Philip must have said something about the messaging system. Yeah. When we get into the new window, which is what, the 9th, so in 2 days the messaging system should be working as well as it ever has, let's put it that way, which isn't great, but it is working. This first window, we know that there were a lot of things that got fixed, and so it messed things up, and all the stats and everything. It won't affect your income. It just means that the messaging system hasn't been even what it was in the past, but it will hopefully in the next window, which starts on the 9th, be as good as it has been in the past. And when we get the time, once we get through these other things and we rebuild totally the messaging system, then that's when you're going to see something that is second to none, and it will be the best available. And if there's any way we can improve it from being the best available, we'll make it even better than the best available, because that's our philosophy. But just in what I know that we are planning for the messaging, I don't think there is anything out there in any system or existing platform that we'll be able to compare with what we have. So hi to, and we've got Yara in. Hi, that's from South America, from Peru. Yeah, Clyde is tuned in. It's a good idea to listen to what he says, because it's all about enjoying what you do, and the divine will, or the universe, or whatever you want to call it, will direct your efforts, and it will direct the activity, and it will direct the returns that you get, and it's all part of that great plan. But there are no further questions there, and we've had a yes, from Peru. There are no further questions there, and nothing really that I can add. and I do want to make those few withdrawals, process them, and particularly the deposits, because people that are depositing want to get their staking started as soon as possible, and some of them come, the ones that come in with around about 8 tokens are doing it because they want to grab that $25 cash back. So I want to get to that, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of this community. Thanks for making this community what it is. It is all down to you. Nobody else. All down to you as individuals. As we come together as a group, it's down to us as a group. But no one has more importance than anyone else within our community, because everybody is a part of the puzzle. Everybody is a part of everything that makes things work, and that's one of the things that I love about it. Everybody plays their part, even if they don't know what they're doing. Okay. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow.